Thank you, Simeon. Hi, everyone. I'm very excited to see all the familiar faces and very excited to see all the new people. My name is Kachenje. As Simeon mentioned, I'm part of the grants and partnerships team at the Moduloop Foundation. So since the beginning of or the end of last year, we've been running what we call the Accelerator program. Some of you may have heard about it in our last convening. So the mission for the Accelerator program is really to build an ecosystem of local system integrators or local tech companies, which are highly trained to support deployments, customization, as well as any maintenance of Moduloop systems. The idea behind this came because we realized the importance of having digital sovereignty within the countries that we operate in. And it came to our mind that the best way we can do that is to ensure that within any country, the Moduloop is either thinking of having a deployment, is currently running a POC, or is just speaking to a few people within the ecosystem. It's important for us to have our ecosystem and our community work together to train technical companies and organizations to understand Moduloop. What we're hoping to achieve with this is really to build an ecosystem of tech companies that can support Moduloop across Africa. But also at the same time, we realize that it's important for us to understand the type of resources and the scoping and also the designing of Moduloop once we are starting deployment. And the best way to do that is to work with local operating technology companies who really understand the landscape and really understand the market. And at the same time, we're hoping that this will also be an opportunity for the community to learn a little bit more from the people within these countries on what is the best way to make Moduloop as relevant in that ecosystem. For the participants for the Accelerator program, we are hoping that this will be an opportunity for them to find business, but also to network with the community of experts that we have on. We've not been doing this by ourselves. So before I welcome our participants, I want to take a moment and thank our partners. Firstly, Africanenda, who have been with us since our first Accelerator program, which was in Rwanda, and also Digital Frontiers Institute, who have been our support and helping us to assist in controlling the digital and instant and inclusive payment system program that they run, as well as exposing us to the wider network of experts that they have. So for today, at this stage, we started the Zambia Accelerator program in September. We're hoping that within a few months, we will be able to showcase back the demos or some of the products that we have come up with. But because we haven't done that yet, we thought today would be a good day for the rest of the community to hear from our participants here in Lusaka. We've been lucky enough to be joined by 5 system integrators who have selected and have been working with them. And the exciting bit is it's not just from Lusaka. We actually have one system integrator who is from Malawi. And at this point, I'll welcome all of them on stage and you can get to hear a little bit more from them. So I would like to welcome Spark Systems, Mr. Blessing. Please join us. We have Mr. Akim from ASEAN. And we have Mr. Roy from Probase. If he could also join us here. And last but not least, we have Sunga, who's online, and they're representative from Malawi for IMOSIS. Please take a seat. Mr. Roy from Probase. Okay, I guess we'll start with the 2 gentlemen here, and once they're inside the room, we'll welcome them up. Thank you.
Herewith, I've come with a team from Malawi in Zambia. Just ask them to stand. So we have a team from software development and technical sales. We have James, Joseph, Anne-Marie, and Margaret. So who are we? We're a multinational IT company currently operating in 3 countries. That's Malawi, Zambia, and Rwanda. we have 5 offices, 2 in Malawi, Blantyre and Lilongwe, and 2 in Zambia, here in Lusaka, and 1 in Copperbelt. We also have an office in Kigali. We were established in 2013 to bring the gap on high-end enterprise IT. We have about 64 employees, mainly systems engineers. This being our 10th year, by the end of this year, we'll be launching our own state-of-the-art modern 6-story building. This one is going to host, you're going to have open office space as well as a data center. In 2019 and in 2021, according to the ICT Association of Malawi, we were awarded the corporate ICT Firm of the Year. And we're also currently the ICT Firm of the Year in Malawi. Our services, we do virtualization, IT security, database implementation and support, systems integration, as well as training and educational services. Our current experience that is relevant to these studies, we have developed a CRM software for one of the largest circles in our country called United Civil Servants Circle. This software integrates with their banking software. It pulls data from there and presents it to the customer. The customers can also lodge queries. In terms of integration, we worked with IBM to develop an enterprise service bus for one of the telcos in our country called TNM, Telecom Networks Malawi. We built this solution on IBM Connect Enterprise and API Connect. The initial integration we built connected this telco, their mobile money platform, and a regional utility provider, Southern Region Water Board. As of now, there are about 20 plus integrations that are running on this platform. Our other invention is the mental lab application. This is a mental health application. This is quite interesting because a year ago, it won an award in our country, it's a mobile app in mental health. And as of now, it has been shortlisted for the UNFPA AfriLab Mental Health Hack Lab, which is happening in Kenya in December. What's exciting about this application is that it has an integration. We did an integration for card payments with Visa. Now coming to our involvement with Mojaloup, we're excited to be part of this Accelerator program. What brought us in is COMESA Zambia Malawi cross-border project. We're excited that Mojaloup has got a vibrant open source community. As you can see, most of the implementations that we've done are based on closed source. So us having this community is quite encouraging, and you're looking forward to building skills and building solutions around Mojaloup. There is a lot of opportunities in our country. As Leonard was on the panel discussion here, there are a number of challenges that we have, and those challenges to us with the Mojaloup platform, they become opportunities. We're looking forward to meeting our mentors as well. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I wish to write on the protocols that have already been observed, and I'll go straight into the presentation. Okay. My name is Roy Mieru. I'm the CEO for Probes, and I'll speak through the presentation so that at least we are aligned with the presentation. So Probes is a 13-year-old company that has positioned itself to be the leading fintech in the market, with specialties in providing payment systems, payments and collections, service aggregations, and software development of bespoke solutions based on customer unique needs. In our positioning, we have our core solution areas which we ensure that we address, which are basically in the payment space, as earlier stated, process automation that involves digitization, and key, of course, to this is transactions, and wherever there are transactions is the issue of analytics and MIS. And with that, it's basically summed into software development that's mainly bespoke as it may be. Okay. Some of the products, some of you may be aware, but our products are in the space of pensions, insurance. We've done cooperatives, which is like SACCO solutions. We are powering the tolling systems or services, like for example in Zambia, and we have done consultants in other markets when it comes to local tolling, meaning the whole management of the tolling systems, including our payments are done end-to-end, various forms of payments. We have provided solutions, especially at the height of COVID. We provided a local solution to aid e-learning and basically school management, which basically has played a key role in the hybrid mixed learning. In the payment space, of course, we have a payment gateway that we've provided, and we are the most integrated with the financial institutions with regards to payments aggregation and services in that sort of a space. We can never overemphasize the importance of real-time reporting and ability to monitor transactions with analytics, which we've actually got platforms in that sort of a space. We providing the integration layer between various system types on one end, financial institutions and the revenue authority. And we are a larger integrator for those sort of services. Of course, then we've got branches banking, which we've got solution in that space. In terms of mobile e-wallet, Momo, we are one of the largest integrator in that sort of a space, including not only limiting to smartphones, but also those phones that have never been to school, the feature phones, right? We working closely with institutions and the government when it comes to doing the integrations for players who are participating in Farmers Input Support Program, which are mostly, you find that they are financially excluded. So we provide the means by which they are able to participate, which is part of financial inclusion. Okay, it's okay. Based on the products that we have, some of our products have been consumed in various markets, and on the screen, we see some of the places where we've operated, our solutions are actually being used. We recently worked with the Kingdom of Lesotho to enable payments for the Revenue Authority. Okay. Part of the key information that probably to aid the conversation that we've had is that when it comes to pension, the platform that's collecting 100% digitization that was done, we are the vendor that has actually provided that service, and we're doing 100% collections. For national health, the integration, again, the platform that's doing the collections, 100% collection of revenue, we have done the digitization. This is where you're starting from 0 digitization to 100% digitization, right? Then we mentioned the tolling system, we are running it, and it's also helping in terms of powering the transaction. The Revenue Authority is integrated via financial institutions, and 90% of the financial institutions that are doing the collections, we are the ones that are powering the financial institutions. We did highlight on the farmers' inputs, the financial institution, again, that are participating. We have been the bridge between the non-banked, the financial excluded, able to transact with a financial institution. We've actually provided a bridge in that respect. Yeah. Based on what we've done, this is a testament. You will note that some of the logos we are going to see, some of the brands there are multinationals or are operating more than one market, including the second one. We can go to next. you will note financial institutions, and apart from the financial institutions who are mostly, if we go to the next slide, you will note other players. Okay, I think the mixed, but you will note that from the brands that we're talking about, we have some of the vendors, some of the corporates that have operated here who have actually said, we need this solution in another market. And that's how most of the business we have has been referral business by happy customers. Okay. Part of our corporate governance, of course, we will not dwell so much onto that. That's we are a fully we're a fully compliant entity. Our team set up, and already we've even put together a team, a project team that is dedicated to the module to ensure that the great works and activities that are happening, we are part of them to ensure that we drive a common goal. Okay. So that was basically like a little bit of a background on who we are as Probase and what we're doing in the market, and why probably we believe that being part of the Accelerator program is one of the best things that has happened, is based on some of the interactions we've had, some of the works that we've done, and we do believe that collaborating in this manner already is bringing a number of things. And to highlight some of them is a impacts that we've realized out of the alliance that we found within the community. The impact, ability to engage various team members, various people in various places, and what they've done is basically a very key aspect in ensuring that it's providing a pivotal role in how we can drive the much needed financial inclusion, interoperability, instant payments, and also one other key aspect is on how we can also tackle the main challenges we have across the sub-Sahara when it comes to cross-border payments. Okay. Part of the work stream in terms of this, we've seen that based on the goals of the work stream in terms of the Accept program, we have picked and decided to focus on the merchant and payment work stream, mainly because we have identified the challenges based on what we're already doing, where we have our challenges, and ability to be able to work and be part of this ensures that it will enable us to provide solutions, cost-effective and efficient solutions that are going to aid the challenges that are faced currently both by the merchants and the customers. And in that area, it basically means that everything is going to be enabled in a slightly different way. So now, in terms of the solution basically we aim to provide a secure, cutting-edge, and frictionless payment platform that will ensure that it will enable both physical or online merchants to facilitate the payment flows that are able to happen and enable real-time interoperability. That in itself talks into how do we enable instant payments? How do we enable real-time monitoring of services so that the information being gathered can be valuable in providing insights in terms of what is the ever-changing consumer behavior? How are they doing? Where are they doing it from? How do we enable the transaction? How do we eliminate the barriers of cash or the inherent risks of cash? Which basically also goes in line with the central bank agenda, which is go cashless. And this basically comes in as the best platform to be on in order to ensure the driving of this. Secondly, this is actually thirdly. The third point is we intend to ensure that we put in mechanisms that ensure fraud detection, prevention. How do we make sure that the services that were going to be provided are secure? How do we detect fraud, and how do we prevent it? And how do we ensure that we report it? And all those mechanisms, we have factored a way of ensuring that within the solutioning, these are inbuilt to ensure that tomorrow, when we are done, we're talking about a seamless, frictionless, cost-effective, secure transaction processes. This is basically our presentation. Thank you so much.
My name's Akim Chisha. I'm co-founder and MD of Kachenje. and I'll briefly tell you about us. Yeah, so who are we? We're simply a fintech, a new one, and we started around 2020. We are a team of, we've got permanent members of 21 guys, mostly techie guys, and about 36 non-permanent guys. With the non-permanent guys, we do interesting things like we go into the market, try and understand agency banking, try and understand what's happening on the ground to get that data so that we can crunch it and use it for financial inclusions with some of the banks that we're doing consultants with. I've brought some of the team members that are on Moja Loop at the moment. I've got Zawadi, Natalie, and Tom that are within here, and as part of the team that is going to be working on now, Moja Loop. So mainly our focus, we're fintech, we focus on financial digital consultancy. So we're doing this with a number of our banks, mainly in the area of agency banking, but also in merchant platforms. Some of the things that we are happy about, we've been able to do to roll out agency banking for some of the banks at the moment. We've also been able to do merchant applications and rolled out point of sale terminals for one of the banks. We've been working around enabling QR code, making it possible on our merchant application. We are also doing payment systems development. It's one of our areas in which we are focusing and building services around some of the things that we do. So at the moment, I will speak to why we're excited about. I think if you see on what we're talking about on the next slide, you see where our excitement comes from. So for us, that's Moja Loop in our lab, in our kitchen. That's what we are trying to do with it. That's how we're trying to develop services. That's how we're trying to develop, understand it in detail. And we're building a number of services around it. Our main focus is merchant payments. And around merchant payments, we've got a number of things that we are trying to do around that particular space, very exciting things. We won't go into details of why, of what exactly that we are doing in our lab, in our kitchen, which we call our kitchen. I think for now, we'll spare you from those details. I think when we are ready, when we're fully there, you come and see what we are doing there. And so we also intend to actually add one other pillar to that, because I think our team is about to complete one of the major courses around there. And then we intend to take on another one so that we can build enough stuff around Moja Loop. So we are a very excited team about Moja Loop. We are so excited that it's actually on a daily basis, it's one of the recipes, it's one of the things that we are dealing with at the moment to enable us to do a number of other things. And briefly, that's about Kachenje. We can take questions. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so Imosis is essentially an ICT innovation company that focuses on making life better through ICT innovation. And we have a specific number of areas that we focus on, particularly water, health, energy, industrialization, agriculture, and more recently, we've sort of taken the fintech route and gone into payments as well. So just a brief history of some of the work that we've done. One of our most popular innovations is what we coined the ITAP. So the ITAP is essentially a digital panel that we're putting in remote order kiosks that allows users to be able to use a smart card to withdraw a specific amount of water. So basically, what this is allowing people to do is it's allowing them to use technology to access water in otherwise remote locations that had previously not had potable water. So this is a brief illustration showing a woman at a kiosk who is using a smart card. So basically how this works is we use mobile money payments to load value into the card which can then be withdrawn from the from the iTab, much as you would use an ATM. So this allows users to be able to draw water at any time during the day or night. Previously, in locations like these, they were like very limited in terms of the duration where someone is there, can access the site and give them assistance. So we're very proud of this innovation. It went viral over the internet a few years back. A lot of people claiming that it was from Rwanda, Kenya, and other countries, but this is a wholly Malawian innovation. Another innovation that we developed is what we call on-spot billing. This has to do with, it's also related to the water utility companies, but this is a more urban solution where meter readers are able to go around in residential areas and use a mobile app to read the meter and then produce a receipt, which is essentially the bill for each household or office or any residential commercial properties. And then from there, end users are able to make use of mobile money platforms to settle their payments. So yeah, recently we've really taken a deep dive into issues to do with mobile payments and integrations and what have you. And most recently, we launched an app on the Malawian platform. We're calling it Alonda, which is basically provides essential services to users. So how it works is it allows users to make payments for essential services. It's free for service providers to join and offer services to the users. It launched early this year, and already it was able to win an award for Innovative Solution of the Year from the ICT Association of Malawi. So it runs on a platform known as Alonda Pay, and this platform allows users, like I said, to request service providers and pay them, disperse funds through the platform all in one go. So essentially, it provides users the ability to request taxis, car rides, request a tow truck if you're, if you encounter a breakdown in a remote location. It allows users to call for emergency services such as fire response and ambulances as well. And all of these can be, the entire operation is able to happen through the app. So we're very proud of this innovation. It's growing every day. And I just want to say that it's going to be spreading through the SADC region shortly. It will be available in your country soon. Coming to the Moji Loop community, Imosis has joined a work stream known as the merchant payments, which essentially our goal is to focus on onboarding merchants to the system and allowing them to trade on the Moji Loop switch. Our primary concern is those in rural areas, the unbanked. We're trying to find a way to be able to get all of these people on board and provide them with this kind of trading platform. So some of the challenges that users previously had include issues to do with delays for settlements if you're trading using traditional platforms, and also exorbitant charges. So one of the issues that we're most excited about in working with the Moji community is, I would say, tackling these challenges, just making it accessible and just bringing financial inclusion to everyone. This is even from large organizations, large companies, to the smallest merchant possible. So we believe that the Moji Loop Foundation and the Moji Loop system is the right platform to allow us to do that. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much. And thank you for your team for taking the time to join us. We also have another team called Net1. Unfortunately, they were not able to join us today. However, they will be part of the convening going forward. So if any of you would like to reach out to them, as each of the participants have mentioned, they are already part of our work streams. I think 3 of them are in merchant payments. And then we have one more who's yet to select which work stream they'll be working with. And the next stage for the Accelerator program is for them to work hand in hand with the workstream leads, as well as other mentors to come up with different products or any innovation that they can come up with. And this will be presented back to the community next year. So in the meantime, if you have any questions for any of the representatives here or the part of the team, you can meet them as we go on through the week. Tomorrow afternoon specifically, we'll have a lunch with all the Accelerator participants, and anyone who is interested, please reach out to me and I'll make sure that you're part of it. With that, I don't think we have any questions. All right, no questions. Thank you everyone, and thank you very much for participants for joining us today.